Happy Fantasy Friday. It's time for book club. We are Lindsay,
Kelly,
Catherine,
and Roman.
That's right. Today we have a special edition of Banter and Bookmarks Jr. And we are so excited to be joined today by my 11-year-old Roman.
Yay, Roman!
welcome.
So let me tell you a little something about this nugget right here. Roman hates reading, right, bud?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like reading.
So he's going into middle school next year, and his teachers thought it would be a good idea for him to try to do some summer reading and not lose the momentum on the reading progress that he made over the past year. So his dad came up with a way to make reading feel a little bit more fun. How about we podcast about it? We have all of the equipment, all of the knowledge, so we decided to put it to good use. I sent a text to the ladies to see if they would be down, and they all were like immediately yes.
So, Roman, what book did you pick for us to read?
I picked out a graphic novel called The Mothkeeper, and it is by Kay O'Neill.
Awesome. Catherine, can you give us a quick summary of the book?
I will. And I love how this is the book that all four of us have read. It's just made the rounds in the neighborhood. It's our one book. Being the Mothkeeper is a great honor. Anya is finally taking her place as protector of the moon moths. The luminous creatures enable the night flower to bloom, and the night village needs the flower to thrive. Night after night, it is lonely in the desert with one lantern for light. Still, Anya is eager to prove her worth, to show her thanks to her friends and her village. And yet something isn't right. What happens when Anya glimpses the one thing that could destroy what she's meant to protect? The one thing she has secretly longed for her whole life.
Chapter 1 begins with a story that happened thousands of years ago when the moon spirit was alone in the desert at night. A young man thought that the moon spirit seemed lonely, so a group of people left their sun village and decided to live only at night. And as a gift, the moon spirit gives them enchanted moon moths that are beautiful in the graphic novel, by the way.
Yeah.
Now in the present day, Anya has chosen the important job as the moon moth keeper. Roman, can you tell us what her job as the moon moth keeper is?
It is her job to take the moths out every night and then put them away before the sun comes out.
Exactly. The moon moths are important to their community because they pollinate a special tree once a year, which gives them blessings and resources for them to live during the nighttime.
Anya has a friend named Estelle, and when Roman and I finished the book, we had a quick chat about her because we had very different take on Estelle at first. I thought that she was encouraging Anya to take the job, but Roman, you felt a little differently, right?
I thought she was jealous of Anya because of her important job. Estelle made a snack for moths, and Anya ate it too. And Estelle thought that was weird.
It is kind of weird.
And I think the pictures are kind of open to interpretation a little bit because we didn't hear Estelle's words, we just saw her face. And I think you saw her face a little differently than I did.
Another thing to mention is that all of the characters seem to be a mix of humans and animals. Anya has fox ears. There is a storyteller who looks like she might be an owl. There is a centaur in the village. I absolutely loved that. It was very cute, very whimsical, and it made the artwork even more fun for me, who I am not usually a graphic novel reader. So that was really fun.
Roman, did you like all the animals?
Yeah. I don't even know if they're animals or humans.
Yeah. Kind of like a
kind of a
fantasy
mix.
creature.
I thought it was
Yeah.
cool. I like the artwork.
Did the artwork make it more fun to read it?
Yeah, definitely. And there's less words than a normal book.
Yeah, honestly, it means that you can use your imagination in a different way, which is a really cool way to get into books and creativity using your mind, which I love.
Yeah.
All right, Kath, you want to take us to chapter 2?
Chapter 2 starts with us seeing a little bit of the village life. We see the people using the silk from the moth's cocoons to fertilize the soil, weaving to make clothes, and using it in cooking.
Anya also has a mentor who is the Mothkeeper who is going to retire soon. His name is Yolen, and he spends time with Anya training her on how to take care of the moths.
Did Yellen look a little tired to anyone else? I
Absolutely.
think he was done with his job.
Oh, yeah. He was ready to retire.
So I have a really nice quote here from this chapter. It says, "Magic's a wild thing. It only flows when life is left to exist in its own natural way." Yeah, I really love this quote because this book was, the pictures and the way that it was depicted was very natural and very kind of wild. And I like that magic was explained in that way.
Definitely agree. We also find out that her friend Estelle works with the healer Amos, and she is training to be an apothecary.
Estelle and Anya go to a gathering together, and they listen to a story by a character that I think is really neat. We mentioned her earlier. She's an owl named Jalara, and she spreads her wings, and her stories are actually written on the inside of her wings and her feathers. I loved that. That was very cool.
I didn't even notice.
I'll show you when we get the book back from Miss Catherine.
Yes.
It's neat. She like opens her wings and all of her stories are written on the inside of her wings. So she tells the village the story of a little girl who carries her baby brother on her back. And one night she is entranced by the beauty of the moon and drops her little brother. And it says, quote, "Her soul was trapped breathing in and out with the moon." So she basically became so obsessed with the moon that she started to ignore everyone else around her. And after a time, she no longer noticed other people around her. And according to the storyteller, it said that she can still be wandering the desert alone during full moons.
Roman, so what did you think about this story?
I liked how it said she dropped her brother.
I think
That's
you
how
might be
into it
mad
she
at
was.
Sissy if she just dropped you.
Yeah. And it shows her as like a ghost in the picture.
Good
It's
point.
kind of like Anya because Anya's like obsessed with taking the moths out.
Roman, do you
Yeah.
know what the word foreshadowing means?
Oh, yeah. It's like saying it before it happens.
Exactly. So I think that this story is foreshadowing.
Oh, yeah. What'll happen to Anya? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because you said she looks like a ghost, right? And we'll talk about it later, but later in the book, Anya has an experience with someone who also looks like a ghost. I love that you pointed that out. I was like, ooh, look at you making those connections. Chapter 3. In Chapter 3, Yolen tells Anya that he has been wanting someone to take over his job as the Mothkeeper. He was telling the story about his mentor. He was saying that when he was being mentored, he was kind of a wild kid. Why do you think that he told her that story?
Because she was trying to tell Anya that going out every night made him calm down more.
Yeah, like a sense of responsibility. I like that.
And plus, he wasn't around much people when he did it.
Yolen asks Anya why she took the job as the Mothkeeper, and she says that she knew how important it was. She said that she feels very alone most of the time and that she knew there would be some hard nights, but that it would be fulfilling.
So this is another instance of foreshadowing, I think. She's talking about being alone and how being alone is really hard. And we are eventually going to learn a story about Anya and her mother. And so I think this moment is more foreshadowing for us to hear the story about the mom, right?
Estelle and Anya see each other back in the village, and Estelle has baked Anya some yummy snacks. They didn't
Snacks?
look yummy.
Actually, Kath-
They look like little puff balls.
They look like cheese puffs,
Oh,
Yeah, but
That'd
they're
be good.
white or something.
like moth cheese puffs.
mothballs.
Yeah.
Like popcorn? White cheddar popcorn?
Mothballs. Fried
Moth-
mothballs.
Mothballs. Mothballs. Moth. Healer Amos and Yolen are partners, and Estelle mentions to Anya that they seem to be really happy since they now got to spend more time together now that Yolen is taking a step back from his role and retiring soon. Estelle tells Yolen the story about how she and Anya met when they were kids, that they were both very shy and very independent, but that they both secretly wanted someone else to play with. And when Yolan asks about Anya's family, Estelle says, quote, "My guess is that her mama did her best to care for her, but that Anya reminded her of someone who had hurt her."
So, Catherine, as a mom, what were your thoughts when you heard this story?
It was kind of sad because she's talking about how both of them were lonely, and it didn't sound like Anya really had somebody like supporting her, like a mom figure. At least I got that impression. But I also thought Estelle wasn't trying to be like malicious in bringing up this story. I think she was trying to say like they found a commonality. They were both lonely, and she wanted to do something nice to get Anya to like trust her, to want to hang out with her so that they wouldn't be lonely together.
One evening, Anya cuts it really close with the moths and almost doesn't get them to sleep on time. The sun has come out and she sees a group of people dancing. She watches them for some time, extremely curious about them. Kelly, why do you think she is so curious?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's because she has spent her whole life living in the night village. And so she's just getting to see the life and the customs and the celebration of a village and a group of people or a culture that she doesn't get to see all the time. And so naturally, as people, we are curious about things that we don't know. So I think she was just kind of enjoying it and wondering what it was because she never got to experience that herself.
Exactly. And the next evening, she finds a beautiful scarf that she keeps. But after seeing them, she spends a few nights being really sad.
Chapter 4. Estelle hears Jalara and Amos talking, and she realizes that Amos is originally from the Sun Village. He tells her, quote, "It was truly opposite to all of our rhythms and ways of life." And then he explains that the plants and animals were all different. And then he goes on and says, "There, it felt as though each person played their own instrument to their own tune, occasionally harmonizing with others by chance." And Yealin, who's remember is his partner, makes a statement that he feels that both he and Anya both seem to be more independent, like the Sun people. I thought when I read this first that this was foreshadowing that Anya was going to end up being from the Sun Village.
Oh yeah, I
And
thought
I was
that
wrong.
too.
We were both wrong then, huh?
Yeah, I thought she and her mom were from the Sun Village, and they got lost when her mom left her in the desert. She got lost, and then the previous Mothkeeper took her to the Night Village.
Yeah, so we see that happen later. So it wasn't until that point that I went, oh, I totally guessed that wrong.
But that's the fun part is guessing. This is so Roman, when we talk about the books that we have 12 episodes about, we have a lot of theories based on what we read with, oh, because they said this, this, and this, I think, and we make educated guesses. Most of the time, we're wrong. But that's the fun part about it, right? Is reading through it and saying, ooh, I think this is going to mean X, Y, and Z. Just like I do when I watch a Marvel movie, right? Or like when I saw the Avengers for the first time, like you think like, oh, I bet this is going to happen. So what you did was exactly what we do, which is come up with some unhinged theories and see if you're right.
Just throwing that in there, unhinged.
Unhinged.
Unhinged. So Estelle notices that Anya spends a few more nights alone, and she tells Yolan about it. Anya has been imagining what it would be like to live in the Sun Village. And after one particularly lonely night, Anya says, "Why does the darkness scare me if it's all I've ever known? I want to become a light for others. I want to hold my lantern up high for everyone." And then she looks and sees a mysterious little shining light in the distance.
Did you want to say something about the end of chapter 4?
Oh, no, I was just saying how she saw the, person, ghost thingy.
Did you notice that it was the ghost at first?
Yeah, because I saw it wasn't a lantern like they usually use. It was like a green glow. And I thought also when she said she was scared of the darkness, it was probably because she was from the Sun Village.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's a good
And
connection.
it wasn't all that she knew.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, I like that.
And that's why when we do these books, we find all these clues. We have a theory, read all these things and think, oh, that supports my theory. So then we like double down on the theory. And then our theory is totally crushed at the very, very end. And we are wrong.
Yeah.
We all do that.
But that was a good call out. Like, oh yeah, it's a light, but it's not quite the usual light. It's a different kind of light. So already your brain was working and like, that's different. That's not just some lantern. That's a good find. Good job.
But it's good because it shows like you're invested in the story. You're thinking about all these little options of what could happen in the future.
All right, so we're getting to chapter 5, and Anya has a dream. She and her mother, when she's a little girl, venture out at night, and her mom had weird black smudges over her eyes, and her mother leaves her alone in the dark. Anya sees the mysterious light shining. She gets scared and she runs away, and she is found by the Mothkeeper at that time, who I assume was Yura, and she brings her home safe to the village. Roman, I'm curious if you have an answer to my question, or either of the ladies, the girls. Okay, so let's go back to those weird black smudges on the mom's eyes. Did anyone have any theories about why those were there?
I don't know.
I'll be honest, I didn't know either. I was like, I wonder what that's about.
I read it as it happened when Anya was really young. And so it was part of her memory.
Oh.
Like she doesn't really remember what her mom looked like.
Oh, and
because it
she
was
didn't
so
remember
young.
her eye color.
Yeah, like when you think of memories when you're really little and they're kind of like hazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't remember every detail.
But that's what I thought about it. I also want to point out here too, because when Roman and I finished the book, as a mom and a kid, we both had different interpretations of this moment. I, as a mom, could not believe that the mom left. I was so mad.
Yep. Immediately mad. Same.
Roman, though, do you remember what you told me when we finished this?
No, but...
So I remember when we finished this, bud, you said, well, Anya left. Her mom would have come back to her if she had stayed where she was
I remember
supposed
that.
to be.
I remember that. Yeah.
Do you remember now?
Yeah, because maybe it was partly her fault because her mom did say to stay where she was.
And I just love the different interpretations as a mom and a kid of how we both read that different scene. In my mind, it was the mom's fault. And in Roman's mind, as a kid, he's like, oh, I should have done what I was told.
That's so interesting.
The next night, Anya helps Estelle make boxes to gather the night flower pollen in, since the tree is going to bloom soon.
So Anya tells Estelle, quote, how would life feel if I didn't have to always hold on tight against the darkness? Who could I be if I could live in the light? The next day, she decides to try it out. She goes out to the desert during the day and looks at all of the beautiful flowers and different colors that exist under the sun that she's never seen before.
She takes the day and she goes to the Sun Village and she loves it there. And this is a quote from someone in the Sun Village. Life is good here, but it often gets so hot that we can't enjoy the gifts of the sun at all. In fact, it can be quite dangerous. And I love this, like the grass is always greener on the other side kind of thing. Like she sees life in the Sun Village as perfect, and they're saying, oh no, it has its bad things too.
Yes, from different POVs.
Look at you throwing in POV, kid. I love it. She does feel bad when she gets back to her own village. She realizes she may have let her village down by going and having fun.
Yeah, and that seems to put a lot of pressure on yourself. Kelly, did you kind of feel that pressure too?
I definitely could tell that she felt some pressure, and I think it's natural. I mean, as adults, even as kids, you can feel a sense of responsibility, right? If you have a job or something that you have to do, and it can sometimes feel like you can't have a moment to get joy for yourself. But I like that she allowed herself that moment, and I hope that she learns how to do those things for herself, because like you said, Roman, that Yolan looks kind of tired in the beginning of the book when he's ready to retire, and
he doesn't get paid well.
He don't get paid well. He don't have no benefits. He's working for the man. I'm hoping that she stops putting that pressure on herself, and that we all can learn to take care of our responsibilities and also take care of ourselves and have the fun when we can.
Don't play Fortnite until you finish your chores.
What?
What? Fortnite? What?
That's work. And it's important.
Yes.
Yeah, it's important.
Anya goes out that night and she sees the mysterious green light again, but this time it has taken the shape of a girl. Roman, do you know who the girl is?
It was the light she saw, the green light that wasn't the lantern. It was the girl who dropped her brother. She's back.
She's back.
She's back.
The unnamed brother dropper.
Yeah.
Let's just call her Shyler.
Yeah, Charlotte. Yeah.
She'll love that. She'll love that. What? I just heard her yell from inside the house. What?
Wait, she did?
Yeah.
Are you there?
That's hilarious.
The door is open.
Yeah, I hear her through someone's microphone.
It's not mine.
Well, mine's amazing.
We can rule that one out.
She just came into the garage. Were you talking to us?
We're not saying anything.
We did say your name.
That is hilarious.
She's giving us a look right now.
Tell her she'll have
She
to
does
listen
not
to our
trust us.
episode to know what it was all about.
Thankfully, she hasn't dropped me yet.
There you go.
Aww.
She's a good sister. I love Banter and Bookmarks Jr., guys. This is fun.
Fantastic.
We're gonna have to go pick out another book today, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it has to be a graphic novel. That's the only one I like.
Hey, whatever you like. If you're reading it, we support it. So the girl reaches up into the sky. She takes hold of the moon and smashes it, revealing all of the night moths inside. Yolen then finds her, and the moths are gone. Funny little tidbit here. It took me 4 reads of these couple of pages to understand where the moths went. And I was sitting on that couch next to my husband going, but where did the moths go? And he was like, babe, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You got to go back. And so even as a very, very voracious reader, I am not used to the graphic novels. And I had to go back and look for context clues and, to follow in the story. So that was a moment for me that I was like, wait a minute. I need to reread this to get better understanding. But I got it.
Yeah, because you're used to just words.
Used to just those pesky old words.
So chapter 6, they go back to the village and tell everyone that Anya has lost the moths, which is really sad to just put it on her. I feel like she's still trainee at this point, and I was like, that's a lot of responsibility to have just dumped on her. She lost them.
Really important to the
It's
village.
very true.
Yeah, like their medicine. They give flowers.
Yes.
Stuff.
I really like this next part because Estelle, seeing all this pressure she's putting on herself and everybody blaming Anya, I like that Estelle says that she's still really proud of Anya and all the hard work she's doing. I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make mistakes sometimes and have accountability, but also acknowledge the fact that you're working really hard and you're doing a good job. I like that.
Estelle's a really good, supportive friend.
Yes.
Yes.
In the meantime, Yolen and the others are searching for the moths.
Chapter 7 starts the next day when Anya starts to take over the search for the moths. She does not know where to look, but she says that she can feel them out there somewhere, which I love that connection and that relationship that they seem to have.
Yeah.
She sees the light girl, the mysterious light girl, who tells her that she can sense the moths.
And there's a great quote there. She says, all this time, I've tried not to look past the light of my own lantern. But when I do, I can see the familiar shapes even in the deepest shadows. Let's analyze that because I feel like there's a lot to that quote.
Well, she's been maybe she got night vision.
Or, you know how when you first go to sleep, and you turn the lights off in your room and everything's pitch black.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then you
eyes
get
kinda
used
start
to it.
adjust. Yeah, so I think this is like a metaphor for that. You know what a metaphor is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tell me what a metaphor is.
I've been to school before, okay?
Or it relates to something.
Yep. with the purpose to compare them, right?
So to me, this is a metaphor for Anya's life, that she's so used to being in the darkness, so used to being alone. But after a while, she's starting to get used to it and realize that there are things beyond the dark.
Yeah, like the ghost. Yeah, because she got used to being in the night, that she just became it.
And she just focused on her own life and her own things that she can control. And she didn't see the whole world out there. Like you said, that she was just used to the night.
I don't know where her brother went, though.
He got dropped.
He's still on the ground.
Some say he's still on the ground. I think in the pictures, actually, they show that the brother grows up and she like continues to wander. So I think he just lived with other people in the village.
So then they continue the search, and we find out her name is Leoka. So it then goes into chapter 8, and Anya tries to ask Leoka about her life in the village, but she turns away.
Anya and Leoka find all the moths, but Leoka snatches one and doesn't want to give it back. Yeah, what did you think about that, Bud? Did you have any thoughts about why she might do that?
Because it's part of the moon. That's why she left her brother. So she wanted a piece of the moon, always with her.
So Anya comforts her and she says that maybe it isn't the moon that she's actually looking for, but it's the time that she missed with her loved ones because she was so enthralled and obsessed really with the moon. So Leoka gives the moth back and admits that even at the time she could feel herself slipping away and that she believed that only the beauty of the moon could make her happy again.
Yeah, and it was a part of the moon.
Yeah. What do you think she's saying there? Is there a deeper meaning to that?
The moon was her only family she had when she left.
Yeah, it was the only thing she could find happiness, right?
Yeah.
But then she realized that she left her family behind. She misses her family. She wants to hold on to the peace.
But then the moon spirit appears to Anya and Leoka. It is this super cool dragon looking thing with feathery wings and a tail made out of lanterns. Yeah, I really liked the artwork.
Did the face remind you of anything too?
It was an owl. It looked like an owl.
So it asked Leoka, "My child, do you wish to be guided back to them, the ones waiting beyond the stars?" So who are these ones waiting behind the stars? Roman, do you know?
Her family.
He's going to bring her back to her family who are, they died a long time ago. So he's going to bring them back to the ones that are waiting beyond the stars. So Anya thanks the moon spirit for the gifts, the moths, but worries that she's not going to make it back in time for them to pollinate the tree tonight because it's almost day. So the moon spirit uses its special magic to create shadows so that they can journey back home in the darkness.
The villagers are gathered around the tree, and Anya comes running into the village with moths. They pollinate the tree, finally.
Yay, she did it! And
It took her long enough.
we get a really great quote here too. Sometimes when a plant is hurt, it grows even stronger. What do we think that means?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Absolutely.
Are you two dying to break out into song at this moment? Because I
What
feel like
doesn't
you're like,
kill you makes you stronger.
No. Why do you
I'm with
always
you. This
do
is what I
that?
deal with. Yes. Why do you always
You take anything and then make a song out of it.
So we have poker nights at our house, and Kelly comes over and plays poker with Roman because Roman likes to gamble. And he always gets mad because we don't focus because we're singing too much.
Yep.
And he just wants
Look at
to
him.
clear out my chips.
Nobody can stop me.
Okay, so the villagers celebrate, and the sun villagers hear the noise and come and join them. And then we see all these like swirly things are around the desert for like several frames. I like that artwork there.
And then Anya's kind of finishing quote for the book is this: "At times, it feels like there is a vast desert inside my head. As I walk across the sands, trying to reach something I think I need, the more lost I become. I search until I feel like I've become nothing, invisible in the dark. But if I stop and notice what's around me, beneath my 2 feet, when I hear the voices, music, sounds of the village and desert, I think I'll always be a little afraid of the dark. But that's only natural, isn't it?"
Yeah, it's like the ghost.
Tell us more. Say more about that. What do you think?
It says, I search until I feel like I've become nothing, which is like the ghost, because she was basically a part of the night now. And if she just stopped and noticed what's around her, beneath her 2 feet, like you said, she probably wouldn't turn into a ghost.
That's such a good analysis, Bud, because it's like she's trying to tell you, hey, yeah, sometimes I get scared of what's out there and what I don't know. But if I just remember that I'm here in this moment, my feet are where I'm at, and live in this moment, I don't have to be so afraid, even though I know that there are things out there that I don't understand, that I don't know. Kind of take it one step at a time and enjoy what's around you. That was such a good
totally
analysis.
crying.
Great job. Oh,
I know, you looking so emotional. He's
How
like
are you
horrified.
crying?
It just was so sweet.
Do you have like pepper over there or something?
But yeah, it's allergies.
Allergy.
Yeah, sure.
Dusty in there, isn't
and
it?
pride. She's proud of you, Bud. Good job.
Anya takes the moths out, and this time a group of people join her. She is no longer alone. And it shows like a picture of her with everyone with lanterns. And
Yeah.
like doing it all together.
What'd you think about that ending?
I thought it was good.
Yeah? How'd it make you feel?
Yeah. Good because everyone actually respected her instead of being mad at her.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
she's trying her best.
Yeah. They forgave her and they said, yeah, we're going to actually do this with you. That's awesome.
That was a great graphic novel, but I do want to ask everyone one last question. Kelly, as someone who likes to read and also audiobooks as well, how was the experience of a graphic novel for you?
It was different. I have never read a graphic novel before, and I will say it was harder for me than I thought it was going to be, just because I'm not used to flexing those mental muscles, right? Like I'm so used to, like what Roman said, seeing just the words on the page and reading through it. And yes, I make pictures in my own mind, but analyzing the artwork and the artist's pictures take a different mental skill. So I was slower than I thought I was going to be, but it was fun because I got to interpret it in the way that I wanted to. I like being creative. Like I like to create the pictures in my head. So it was fun for me to have the pictures, but now have to interpret the pictures in a different way. But I struggled. There were times, like I said before, that I had to go back and say, wait a minute, I don't remember how that happened, or I didn't get that this was a thing that they were saying. And so I would have to go back, and which I have to do when I read also. So it was fun that I also missed clues and missed parts of theories in the graphic novel and found myself going back to understand it.
Yeah, like you have to learn pictures are important, so you can't skip over those just because they don't have words in them.
Absolutely.
Okay, and Roman, as someone who doesn't like to read, how was this experience for you?
I thought the book was really good because it was mostly pictures, which I like. So I didn't have to read that much.
What did you like about looking at the pictures? How did that help you figure out the story?
It told its own story with the pictures. Like it said the words for me. Instead of making the pictures in your head, you make the words from the pictures.
Oh, that's a cool connection. I like that.
Yeah.
Like you're using your imagination in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still like understanding what's happening.
As a former high school English teacher, the thing I love about this is that reading the graphic novel, you still have to look for the context clues. You have to find the main idea. You have to figure out who is important and who the supporting characters are, and kind of get the gist of what's happening. So you're flexing those same muscles. You're using those same skills. It's just, as we know, people are different types of learners. You might be someone who needs to read everything to understand it. You might be an audio learner. I love graphic novels for kids like Roman and for people like Roman who just process education and language differently. And so it's not that it's not reading, it's a different way to process information, but still using and building those same skills. So the teacher in me says A+. I love it.
And don't you think that as somebody, like you said, Kelly, you like the pictures in your head that you come up with. As somebody who's trying to get into reading, graphic novels would be helpful because they're giving you the pictures that can then expand your own imagination.
Right.
And then you can just add more and more words to it until you feel comfortable imagining these things in your mind yourself. It's like a stepping stone.
It's a great point.
You guys, isn't there a Fourth Wing graphic novel coming out?
Yes, it's in production.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see like if it brings in a different group of fans of people that aren't readers.
still getting to hear and enjoy and celebrate the story, which is why we all love reading and authors and the artwork that goes behind it. It's all art forms. It's so exciting. And I love Roman. I'm going to cry now. I'm so proud. First of all, I'm so proud of you. And I want to say thank you because you introduced us, me particularly, because I haven't read graphic novels, but I think all of us, you introduced us to a new form of storytelling and helped us appreciate this form of storytelling in a new way. So you just like opened our eyes up to something new and fun. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got to come in here and talk to you.
This was fun.
I think it's the first book I ever finished.
That's really cool.
Thank you everyone so much for joining us for this episode of Banter and Bookmarks Junior.
Hello.
Roman, if our listeners had any good graphic novels to recommend, do you think you'd be down to do this again?
Yeah. Probably.
So listeners, let us know if you have any graphic novels for Roman. I think we're going to take a trip to the bookstore today.
Oh, and can I say it? Make sure to like and subscribe on this video.
You can say it as much as you want.
Roman.
Absolutely.
Make sure to follow Banter and Bookmarks. They're the best.
Yeah.
Roman's our ultimate hype man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you again, Roman. Happy Fantasy Friday, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, everyone. It is Lindsay here. I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for watching this special episode and supporting this episode. Roman really, really is a kid that hates to read. And every night when he has to read his 20 minutes or 30 minutes daily for his homework, it is a struggle and it makes him really unhappy. He gets really distracted really easily. Reading has just always been a really tough time for him. So we came home from the parent-teacher conference and my husband had this great idea of, why don't you podcast it? Like, he is really into the details of things and how things work. He is a kid that has a really kind of like mechanical brain. He loves to take things apart and put things back together. And so my husband was like, you know what? He really might like the details of what it takes to podcast. So I asked the girls, I was like, hey, I kind of have a favor for you. You know, would you guys be into this? Both of them are moms too. They said immediately, yes, like, let's do it. If this is what it takes to get Roman to read, we are totally in. We think this could be so much fun. So we took him, let him pick out the book. I had other thoughts about books that I wanted him to try, but I just said, you know what, whatever, if this is the one he wants to do. He read it to cover. He was asking me questions about it. He was so excited to pick the date that we were going to record the podcast. So I set him up a little thing, put his laptop, he got a little chair. We invited him to our outline, our Google Doc, so that he could have access to that. And he just really thought it was really neat. So that all being said, if you have a kid that does not like to read, I really encourage you to try this out. Obviously, we are podcasters, we have equipment, but you really don't need anything other than a laptop and a camera. Honestly, you can use the microphone on your phone, set up 2 phones, and have them enjoy that process of it. You know, it's been a really big lesson for me, especially because he did a graphic novel about the differences in people's learning styles and their reading styles. And I love that this has opened up a joy of reading in him and talking about books. I mean, he literally wanted to talk to me about this book. And that was so freaking exciting for me. So I just want to say it was such a great idea to do this with him. I encourage you to try it out with your kids. If anybody has any questions at all about how to do this with their kids, please reach out to me. I am more than happy to answer questions because I really do think it is a great way to introduce kids to books and reading in a way that I just had never thought about before. So thank you again for your support. Thanks for listening. give us all the comments on this. I'm sure he will love to see them and love to see everyone's reactions to it. Thanks again, guys.